Hello, welcome to Level Change channel. My name is Claudio Fonseca. I'm a real world pilot, and today I'm here to talk about the visual options for the Pmdg 737 on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are talking about all the options that we have on the 737, and because of that I've created a document. This document you see on your screen right now. You can download it through the video description below. So this document gives you a video list of all the Pmdg 737 options, and today we are going to talk about some visual options, and those visual options are exterior light package, eyebrow windows, cabin layout, AIRSTAIRS installed, yoke checklist, and headrest. Okay, so to start our video, we go inside our sim, we go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator, we go inside our cockpit, and here we can go to the CDU menu, Pmdg setup, then we have aircraft equipment, and then you can go all the way down to the page number 14, which is called optional equipment 2. The first option that we have here today is the exterior light package. So I'm going to show you the 4 options that we have. The first one is the original one. So with the original one, on your overhead panel you will have these controls for your landing lights. You can see here on top it says landing lights, so you have 4 landing lights in the original version of this plane. You have 2 fixed and 2 retractable. So the fixed one is on the root of the wing, so you have the option up is off and down is on. So you have the option for the left and the right one. So in this case I'm going to turn you only the right one for this time. So when we go outside you will see that the right fixed landing light is already on. So when we go to turn on the left one, when we go outside you will see that now the left fixed landing light is also on. Okay, so these are the fixed landing lights. You can turn one or both. Usually we use both of them together. Then we have the retractable landing lights. The retractable landing lights, the switch here, it has 3 positions. So the up position is off, the middle position is extended. I just extended the left one, so when we go outside now you see here that we have, oh, it was on the other side. Yeah, it was on the left side. So here is the extended position. So as you can see now we have one retractable landing lights extended on the left side. You don't see it on the right side. It comes from this position here. So I go quickly inside, and now on the right one I'm going to take it to the mid position of this switch, and you're going to see this light being extended. So it's been extended right here now. So the mid position only extends the retractable landing lights, and the down position, then it turns them on. As you can see now we have the left side on. Okay, so at the end when you use all of them, fixed and retractable, all the way down, you will have a situation like this, where you have the fixed landing lights and the retractable landing lights to on. Okay, so basically you have the option to turn on any of them, but usually we use all together. And because of this we have this, I don't really know how to call this, but this is something that allows you on the real plane to push down all the landing lights. So usually when we are turning the landing lights to on, we just push this metal part here, and it does the same thing as it's going to do now. It takes everything to the down position and you have all the lights on. Okay, in real life that's the only thing you can do all together, is to turn them on. Okay, but on the Pmdg you have 2 options. If you have like the palm of your hand and you click on it, they go all to off, and if you have it as a setting position you take them all to on, okay? Not on the real plane. On the real plane, you only have the option to take them all to on, okay? So the second option that we have now is the original, but with pulse lights, okay? The original with pulse lights, you will have almost the same option here, but now also the two right switches here for the fixed, it gain a middle position, which is the pulse one. So before you only had 3 positions on the retractable, now you have 3 positions also on the fixed one. So which gives you the option to turn. If you just do one click, you put it in the mid position, it will give you the option to have pulse lights, okay? So that means the light will pulse each side separately, okay? This was designed by Boeing to drive more attention to the airplane, and it was claimed also to have some impact on the bird strikes that will allow the birds to see the airplane and avoid the airplane. I don't really think that this happens, okay? So you have the option for the pulse, but one thing that I want to show you is that this pulse position also works for the retractable landing lights. So if you take the retractable landing lights to the extended position, you will see that the lights, they pulse as well. So instead of being off in the mid position, if you have them in the mid position, all of them, you will have them on with pulse, the way it is right now. If you don't want to turn on the retractable landing lights, okay, you need you just want to extend them, you need to keep them on the mid position, and then the fixed lights to off, like this, then they are just extended, or the fixed lights all the way down to on. So in this case, it's like the normal plane, okay? So these fixed landing lights, once again, 3 positions, which will be off, this is off, this is pulse, and this is on, okay? Now the retractable is the standard extended position and not on, and the down position is the extended and on. Remember, anytime you just take the pulse lights to on, the retractable landing lights will pulse as well, okay? At the end, if you take them all to on, it's like the original one. All to off, it's like the original one, okay? So what is included here is that you have the pulse position in the middle for the fixed landing lights, but it also has effect on the retractable landing lights, okay? The next option is the LED lights. For the LED lights, now on the overhead panel, you only have 2 positions or 2 switches for the landing lights, okay? The left and the right one. So that means you lose the retractable landing lights, because those lights, they are stronger, they are with LED. So I'm going to turn on them right now, and as you can see now, you have LED lights, and you do not have the retractable landing lights anymore, only LED lights, okay? So you only have 2 switches, and it can be on or off. In this case, they are back to off, and here you can see that the LED lights, they are different. You can really see the LEDs there. The last option that you have is the LED with pulse. So we have LED lights with pulse. That means on the overhead panel, you will have also only 2 switches, because you do not have the retractable landing lights, but each switch has 3 positions. The position up is off, the middle is pulse, So I put both of them to pulse, so you will see that they pulse alternating each side, and the down option is on as the standard LED light. The only and main difference is that on this one you can pulse only one, or you can pulse both. Okay, so here is only the left one in pulse mode, and here are both in pulse mode. Okay, of course, if you take this to original with LED, you have the option to take the pulse mode in only one of them. Okay, so in this case only the right one is in pulse mode, but once again the pulse mode for any of these, if it's on, control the retractable landing lights as well. So in this case you will have the retractable landing lights there. Okay, so in this case you are going to see that if you select pulse to the left side, or sorry, in this case to the right side pulses and the left side do not. Okay, the only thing you cannot control is only pulse for the retractable one, because the pulse switch once again is attached to the fixed landing light. Okay, so now it's up to you to decide which kind of exterior lights do you want. I really like the original one. Okay, I'm a bit classic, so I like the original one. The next option is the eyebrow windows for yes or no. So when you say no, you do not have the eyebrow windows, which is pretty much two windows on top of the standard three windows that we have in the cockpit. So I will turn them to yes, and when we go outside you will see two extra windows on each side. Okay, so right on the top of each pilot. Well, of course, when you go inside you can also see them from inside. From inside they look like this, so you can see through. There are two acrylic windows. Okay, and if you take them to no, you still have the position from inside, but they are covered, okay, on both sides. And then when you go outside you do not have it anymore. Okay, the classic version used to come with eyebrow windows. The new ones they do not have the eyebrow windows. These eyebrow windows, they are a little bit controversial. Some people, they say that it was to help during tight turns, where the pilots sitting here and turning to the right will be able to see something through these windows. I've been flying this airplane for almost 5,000 hours and I don't really see any difference on those kind of maneuvers. I really think that was something related to the stars navigation, to the celestial navigation that they used to have on the old 737s, and they just kept the same windows there until they reached the NG, and then with the NG versions they start to remove them. So it's up to you. The new planes, of course, they come without it, so I keep them to no, even though I told you before I'm a little bit classic. I don't see any difference, so I just keep them to no. The next option is cabin layout. We have option for 2 class or single class, and this makes two differences on your sim. First one, when you look back, you will see single class, you will see only economy seats all the way, and if you take them to 2 class here, you will see that it changes from some business seats on the first 3 rows, and then the economy seats. Okay, so this is the main difference visually. Okay, but it also has a small difference on the software itself. So when you go to menu, and in this case FS actions, when you go to payload, if you have 2 class, it will open up the option for you to choose how many passengers do you want on the first class and how many passengers do you want in economy class. In this case on the 800 is configured for 12 seats in first class and 148 in economy. If you change to single class, you do not have the option for first class anymore, and then you have option for 184 seats in economy. Okay, so these are the two differences between the cabin layout, two class and single class. The next one is AIRSTAIR installed, yes or no. Most of the companies nowadays, they prefer no, so you do not have AIRSTAIRs, especially because usually most of the companies, they have ground staff and they have ground equipment, so it's easier, cheaper to just use the airport stairs than the airplane air stairs. Some companies, they still have the air stairs, because if they do not have ground staff, especially located at some alternate airports, that's the only option that they will have to disembark passengers and cabin crew. So the air stairs is something that you can choose here in the doors option. Okay, so the AIRSTAIR, you have the option to extend them. So I'm going to take you to the other side of the plane. It is just on the main left door. That means the most forward door on the left side. And when you take them to extend, you will see that the latch opens, the stairs extend, and then goes into position, including an additional step to get it closer to the door. And that will allow passengers and crew to disembark if they do not have any sort of stair on this airport. The problem with this AIRSTAIR is that it has to be maintained, and it's very heavy, very heavy. So most of the low-cost companies, they don't like to have it because they don't use it. It's very heavy, so they prefer to remove it and use less fuel for the flight, because they don't need to carry fuel enough to carry these AIRSTAIRs everywhere. Okay, some other companies, they do prefer to have it because they may land somewhere they don't have ground staff, and then they have the option to the plane. Okay, so it is up to you. Usually I take as no, and then you do not have the option for the AIRSTAIR here. Once again, if you take it to yes, the AIRSTAIR will come here and it will show you this option to extend the stairs or no. Okay, the AIRSTAIRs, this is the stairs close to the left one door. Okay, so now when they are there, you can retract. They first go up to the closed position, and then they go inside, and then the latch closes. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to have it or not. Usually I take as no, and then when I want to deplane my passengers, I can go to ground service and request here I set the shocks, and if I turn off the engine, then I can request the stairs here. Okay, so because my engines, they are on right now, I cannot request, but let's just make it simple. I'm going to take some external power, so ground service external power request. It is connecting. It's not part of this video, but I'm just going to connect the external power. So in this case, I can turn off the engines and show you that in this case I can request the stairs on the left side, and these are going to be standard external stairs. So AIRSTAIRs are the stairs on the L1 door from the airplane, and the stairs that you have on the passenger services, they are the standard stairs that they come from outside that most of us use in a daily operation. So these are the stairs coming up to the same door. So you have these two options. You can use this kind of stairs or the AIRSTAIRs. Okay, so as you can see, it's going to be connected on this door, and then you only need to open this door. Of course, if you have finger. If you have a bridge like this one, you can also request for the bridge. Okay, that's why most of the companies nowadays, they don't use the AIRSTAIR. It's a lot of weight for nothing. Okay, so these are the options for the AIRSTAIRS. I want to show you another two options that is related to visual equipments. And on the optional equipment number 3, the page number 15, you have yoke checklist for captain and for FO. They are both the same. The only difference is the side, the left side or the right side. So when you come here and you see that I have yoke checklist captain as yes, you have the checklist on the yoke itself. If you take it as no, the checklist just disappears. And the same thing for the FO. If you have for the FO, as you can see here, there is some checklist there. If you take as no, the checklist is removed. I really like it, and usually the Boeing airplanes, they do have it, and even the companies, they used to customize this checklist for themselves, but they do use the checklist, and they also use this yellow ball here that you can scroll down, up and down to mark where you were. So when you do the before takeoff checklist, you call flaps like 5 green lights, stabilizer trim 5 units, and then you take this ball down, which means you already complete the before takeoff. Then after you do the after takeoff, you take this ball down again. So that means you are here on the checklist. The next one is the descent, and when you complete the descent, you do like this, so you know the next one is the approach. When you complete the approach, you do like this, you know the next one is the landing. And once you complete the landing, some people, they take them all the way down saying that this was complete, and some of them, they just bring it back here to between before takeoff and after takeoff, because in case you go around, this is the checklist that you start over again. And when the flight is finished, you take it all the way to the top. Okay, so you have this option for your checklist, captain and first officer, yes or no. I usually take them as yes. The last option today I'm going to show you is the headrest for captain and FO. They are, again, they have the same option, yes or no. One is for the captain side, the left side, and the other one is for the FO side, the right side. So if you take as yes, you will see the seat with this headrest. If you take it as no, you remove the red rest, okay, the headrest. Of course, you need to have on your options, and this is something I'm going to show you in a different video, but in Pmdg setup, options and simulation, you need to have the hide captain seat to no. Of course, if you take the hide captain's or the FO seat to yes, then you don't have the entire seat, okay? So you need to have the seat there, and once you have the seat on these options here, you have the option to set the headrest to on or off. Usually I keep them in yes, and what I do, I remove the entire chair, the entire seat for the captain and FO, but this is a subject to another video. Okay, so guys, I hope you liked this video about the visual options. Even though the option for the AIRSTAIRS give you an extra option on the FMC, and also the 2 or 1 class give you the option to choose or not first class passengers. These are mainly visual options. They only change a couple of visual things on your sim. Okay, if you like the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends. Any doubt, comments, use the space below, and I see you next time. Bye bye.